Ever wondered what's behind the enigmatic facade of Sigma men that makes them appear a bit aloof or arrogant? Today we're diving into the Sigma mindset, uncovering 6 truths that might challenge the perception of cockiness. Let's get started. Number 1. Reserved attitude. Firstly, let's delve into the distinctive trait of Sigma men, their reserved attitude. Many misconstrue this characteristic as arrogance, but it's crucial to understand that it's not a display of superiority. Instead, it's a deliberate choice rooted in the desire for independence. In a social landscape where alphas strive for the spotlight and betas seek approval, the Sigma man stands apart. Rather than engaging in constant social interactions, he finds comfort in his own world, where he observes keenly and speaks only when necessary. The reserved nature of Sigma men is not a reflection of disdain for others or an attempt to elevate themselves above the crowd. It's a manifestation of their preference for a more contemplative and independent existence. While alphas and betas might be busy with social performances and seeking external validation, the Sigma man is content within himself. This reserved attitude is not a rejection of social norms, but a conscious decision to maintain a sense of autonomy and avoid the superficiality often associated with constant social engagement. The Sigma's reserved demeanor is not an arrogant dismissal of others. It's a deliberate choice to navigate social interactions on his terms. It's about preserving his independence and authenticity in a world that often values extroversion and conformity. While others may interpret his selective involvement as arrogance, it's important to recognize that the Sigma man is merely navigating the social landscape with a unique perspective, valuing depth over the superficial. Number 2. Selective engagement. Moving on to the second facet of the Sigma mindset, selective engagement. Sigma men exhibit a deliberate and thoughtful approach when it comes to participating in conversations. Unlike those who might engage in discussions purely for the sake of socializing, Sigma individuals choose their battles wisely. This discernment often involves opting for conversations that hold genuine significance to them, favoring depth and substance over trivial small talk. The choice to engage selectively is a key aspect of Sigma behavior and can, at times, be misconstrued as arrogance. However, it's essential to recognize that this selectivity is not rooted in a sense of superiority or dismissiveness. Instead, it stems from a sincere preference for meaningful interactions. Sigma men value substance over quantity, and their decision to abstain from unnecessary chatter is not a reflection of thinking themselves above others. It's a conscious effort to conserve energy for discussions and activities that truly resonate with their interests and convictions. In a world where small talk prevails, the Sigma's selective engagement might stand out as an unconventional approach. Number 3. Authenticity. Now, let's delve into another distinct trait of Sigma men, their unapologetic authenticity. Unlike those who may wear masks or engage in superficial charm to navigate social situations, Sigma males take a different approach. They present themselves exactly as they are, without pretense or artifice. This commitment to raw honesty can sometimes be misunderstood as arrogance, particularly in a world accustomed to sugar-coated truths and social niceties. Sigma men refrain from adopting masks or pretending to be someone they're not. This lack of pretension and genuine self-expression is a cornerstone of their authenticity. However, in a society where social interactions often involve a level of politeness and charm, Sigma men's unfiltered honesty might be perceived as unconventional or even brash. It's important to note that the unapologetic authenticity displayed by Sigma individuals is not a deliberate attempt to come across as arrogant. Instead, it's a conscious choice to navigate the world with transparency and integrity. In a landscape where many may sugarcoat their words or put on a facade to fit in, Sigma men prioritize being true to themselves, even if it means their honesty is sometimes misconstrued as arrogance. While others might be accustomed to navigating through layers of social niceties, Sigma men's direct and unfiltered communication style reflects a desire for genuine connection. The challenge lies in recognizing that their authenticity is not a rejection of social norms, but a courageous commitment to presenting an unaltered version of themselves in a world that often values conformity over individuality. Number 4. Lack of conformity. Now let's explore the distinct characteristics of Sigma men, their lack of conformity. Sigma individuals stand out by choosing to march to their own beat, unafraid to challenge societal norms and expectations. This non-conforming behavior, while admirable in its commitment to authenticity, can sometimes be misinterpreted as arrogance. Sigma men don't adhere to the typical expectations or paths set by society. They chart their own course, unapologetically embracing their individuality. This refusal to conform to established norms might be unsettling to those more comfortable with the familiar. When others are following the conventional rhythm, Sigma men are grooving to their own tune. It's crucial to understand that this non-conforming behavior is not an assertion of superiority or an attempt to belittle others. Instead, it's a genuine expression of their desire to be true to themselves. Sigma men don't conform because they don't see the need to. They have their own values, beliefs, and unique perspectives that guide their choices. While some may perceive this nonconformity as arrogance, it's essential to recognize that Sigma men are simply being true to themselves. They're not interested in playing by rules that don't resonate with their personal values. It's about embracing a unique perspective, fostering individuality, and refusing to compromise their authenticity for the sake of fitting into societal molds. The lack of conformity is a powerful statement of self-determination rather than a judgment of others. Number 5. Dislike for small talk. Now let's explore the fifth aspect of the Sigma mindset, their strong aversion to trivial small talk. Sigma men, in contrast to those who engage in casual and superficial conversations, prioritize meaningful connections and purposeful dialogue. While their dislike for trivial small talk might be perceived as arrogance, it's crucial to understand that it's driven by a genuine desire for substance in interactions, rather than a judgment of others. Sigma males find little value in discussions about the weather, celebrity gossip, or mundane details of someone's weekend. Their aversion to small talk is not a dismissal of the people involved. Instead, it's a reflection of their longing for deeper, more meaningful connections. In a world where a significant portion of communication is dominated by trivialities, Sigma men seek to transcend the superficial and engage in conversations that stimulate intellect and provide genuine connection. It's essential to recognize that Sigma men's aversion to small talk is not an indication of them thinking themselves superior. Instead, it's a manifestation of their preference for authenticity and substance in relationships. Rather than engaging in empty chit-chat to fill the silence, Sigma men would rather keep their own company or participate in conversations that add value to their lives. Their dislike for trivial small talk is a conscious choice to prioritize quality over quantity in their interactions. It's not a judgment of others, but a reflection of their deep-seated desire for authenticity, depth, and substance in the connections they form with those around them. Number 6. Unconventional thinking. Let's delve into the sixth truth about Sigma men, their unconventional thinking. Sigma individuals do not conform to traditional ways of thinking. Instead, they actively seek new perspectives and approaches. While this mindset may be perceived as arrogance by those accustomed to more conventional thought patterns, it's crucial to recognize that it's simply a manifestation of their brains working differently, challenging the status quo. Sigma men are not rebels for the sake of rebellion, nor are they trying to assert their superiority. Their unconventional thinking is a natural expression of their intellectual curiosity and a genuine quest for innovative solutions. They're unafraid to question established norms and challenge pre-existing ideas, fostering an environment of continuous learning and growth. In a world where adherence to familiar paths is often encouraged, Sigma men stand out by embracing a diversity of thought. Their unique perspectives can be disorienting for those more comfortable with the familiar, leading to the perception of arrogance. However, it's important to understand that Sigma men are not seeking validation through their unconventional thinking. They're merely staying true to their nature and intellectual inclinations. Rather than conforming to the well-trodden paths, Sigma men forge their own, exploring uncharted territories of thought. This unconventional thinking is not a rejection of others' ideas, but an invitation to view the world through a different lens. It's a celebration of diversity of thought and a testament to their commitment to intellectual independence and exploration. So, there you have it. 6 truths behind the Sigma mindset that might make them seem a bit cocky at first glance. It's not about arrogance. It's about embracing individuality, authenticity, and a preference for meaningful connections. What's your take on Sigma men? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.